right, I went to the thrift and the bins. My goal today was to get 60 items, and I believe I did. So let's see what we got. Here's some stuff from a Goodwill. I'll do it over here. Castelli is a cycling company. This specific piece right here is not actually like a cycling jacket. It's more of just a sweatshirt. But there was only one I could find on eBay, and it's currently on auction. And it has one bid for $30. I paid $8 for that. So I'm sure it will do fine and do really well with cycling stuff. Paid $6 for this. It's a Polo Ralph Lauren crew neck sweatshirt. I think it's a tall. No, it's a medium, but it's kind of really long. Should do pretty well. This might be actually like it's like really long. That might be like a women's like dress sweatshirt or something. I don't know. Interesting. Very interesting. But typically with like Polo Ralph Lauren crew necks and stuff, if they have a big logo, you're gonna do pretty good. We got a Carhartt t-shirt, size 3XL, with a graphic on it. Even for the just like basic pocket tees, you can get like 12 or 15 bucks. I don't know why, because you can get them new on Amazon for like 15 bucks. But for some reason, Task is like a kind of like a performance like outdoor brand. They market their stuff as being made out of bamboo. Let's see, this one says viscose from bamboo. So it's like not even technically bamboo, but they claim that their stuff is made out of bamboo. And it does really well on eBay. Paid $5 for that one. You know, I love picking up the fast food uniform shirts. This one I paid $3 for. It's just a Taco Bell shirt. I'm always surprised when they sell, but I still pick them up, you know. I think, oh, don't buy this, and then I do, and then it sells. Cuts is a brand that makes like basics. I've seen them advertised on a bunch of YouTube videos. Typically, if there's a bunch of influencers marketing something, that means they're spending a ton of money on the marketing, and they're doing all the work for you. So there will be a higher demand for a lot of those things. Like that's what happened with Mack Weldon. Mack Weldon got really popular. Here's an REI Co-op base layer shirt. It's called the Tech Tee, I believe. I sell these all the time for like 12, 15 bucks. I pick them up pretty much every time I find them, even if they're like $5 or $6, because they do sell pretty consistently. Found a pair of Rag & Bone. They're kind of like chino shorts, maybe Bermuda shorts. They're like kind of a herringbone pattern. I don't know. Rag & Bone's kind of hit or miss. I mean, probably be like 18, 20 bucks or something. I haven't looked up their shorts before, so we'll see. Jamie Sadek is a pretty solid brand for like women's. It's kind of colorful, like golf attire, like country club wear. $5. The brand does really well for me. Here's some Athleta. This is like the older Athleta tag. But these are joggers. And you will never regret buying a pair of Athleta joggers. I paid $7 for these. Probably be like 20 to 30 bucks, somewhere in there. A pair of Prana shorts. This is an old Prana tag. These ones have an elastic waist though, which is nice. $5. Another pair of Prana shorts. Similar kind of thing. Like stretchy hiking shorts. $5 on this as well. I really mainly pick up just the Prana bottoms. Their tops, like if you look up their men's button-up shirts, suck. Like sweaters, a lot of stuff really sucks from Prana, but their like bottoms do really well for men's and women's. All right. So I went to 3 thrift stores and 1 bins. Here's just a Pearl Izumi cycling jersey, women's. It's kind of like a more modern looking one, which is why I picked it up for $5. If they look old, I don't grab them. Those ones take forever to sell if they look old. Here's a Patagonia. It's kind of hard to read, but it's a Patagonia Capilene pullover base layer top. Paid $5 for that one. Let's double check we're recording here. Those Capilene shirts are like, it's not like, Patagonia like jackets and the patterned fleeces are like the best Patagonia to get. Or like hiking stretch pants are really good, but these like basic items sell really fast if you price them cheaply enough. I found a Viore hoodie. It's a men's medium. I don't sell Viore, but I also don't leave it on the rack for anyone else. I think that one will fit me. We have a Lululemon t-shirt. It's a men's one, I believe. You can usually tell the men's ones will be labeled like small, medium, large. In the women's, they do like the 2, 4, 6, 8 kind of sizes. This brand of cycling gear I have not sold before, but it had really low volume on eBay, but it was a good sell-through rate and really good prices, like maybe 75, 80 bucks. This is a pair of bib shorts. You also would want to use the term padded. Pretty much anytime you see one of these, not all of them are worth picking up. There's a lot of cheap Amazon brands that make them, but pretty much every time they're worth looking up at least. Some of them can be worth like substantial money. This company is called Endo, E-N-D-O, and that was only $5. They're always worth looking up. We've got another Lululemon t-shirt. Yeah, $5 on that. Men's. On the men's stuff, a lot of times when you're flipping through the rack, there's no tag there, but they'll always have these, not always, but most of the time they'll have these 3 little stitches there. They'll also have those 3 little stitches on the men's in the side, the back of the waist, if you find men's pants. Which I believe I did, so let's see if I can find some to show you here. So I found these joggers. They're Lululemon joggers. I saw those 3 little stitch lines and then I knew to check them out, and then we found the logo there. These are probably like 40 to 60 bucks. This brand is new to me. It's called Toes on the Nose. So I figured it was a surf brand, and surf stuff usually does pretty well, so I looked it up. Toes on the Nose hoodies. I believe it was 100% sell-through rate. Kind of a low volume, but it was only $6 and it should get like 30 bucks for it. Could use a wash. Polo Ralph Lauren button-up. Short sleeve. This one is a linen and silk blend, which is why I paid $8 for it. When they're either like 100% linen or linen and silk, like kind of 50-50-ish blend, I'll usually pay up a little on them and price them like 25, 28 bucks. If it was like an XL tall or a 4XL tall or something, I'd price it at like 35 bucks or higher. But yeah. Found this little Disney Hawaiian shirt. Disney Hawaiian shirts are definitely a bolo. Some of them are way better than other ones, specifically if they have little tiki figures on them. But they're pretty much always worth picking up. This one's probably like 25 bucks or something. I paid $7 on that. Which is kind of a lot. This company is called Paradox. It is not the best company, but it is a very good item. Pretty much whenever you find merino base layer pullovers, 99% of the time, if they're like around $5, they're worth picking up, regardless of the brand. This one's if they're 100% merino, then they're like sometimes even worth paying up for. This one is only 11% merino. But these still sell for about, I don't know, last time I sold one was like 6 months ago, so I sold that one for like 20. So let's just say 20 for that brand. But that brand kind of sucks for like their other items. I wouldn't recommend picking up Paradox for anything but the merino stuff. Another Lululemon t-shirt, men's. Yep, $5. This brand is called Coolie Bar. They make like, how would you describe it? Like like UPF clothing, like outdoor UPF clothing. And they sell the rate on Coolie Bar women's pants. I can't remember what it was, but it was pretty good. And the prices were surprisingly high. Definitely look it up if you find Coolie Bar. Not everything is amazing. These were $6. I think I'll get like 25 for them. We have another Lululemon shirt. This one actually had a little bit of the tag left on it, which is how I recognized it. It's kind of a nice one. They're all men's size small though, unfortunately. So the same guy definitely donated all of them. But they were all only $5, and I usually price them at like 29. And they sell somewhere between 20 and 29 bucks. Here's an example of a brand. I couldn't find anything on this brand. Maybe you can help me out. It is called Ridge, or Merino Ridge. It looks like a men's large. This is, I think this is 100% merino wool. Let's see. It's 84% merino wool, 16% nylon, but this one is also camo. I don't know anything about this brand. I could not find it, unfortunately, but I'm sure this will sell. The camo, the merino, no holes. Always gotta check for holes, but for those type of base layer like athletic fit shirts, it really doesn't matter. You're not gonna be able to sell it for as much, but they're usually still worth picking up. Here's another Lululemon t-shirt. This one's extra cool because it's kind of like a tie-dye and has this. I might have to try to look that up. But yeah, some of the Lulus you'll know, none of them will have tags, or most of the time they won't have tags, but here's another thing that I've noticed. Some of them have this little thing with like this weird little hang on the back. Pretty much anytime you see an athletic shirt with no tag, give it a look. And here's some more Lululemon. There's what I was talking about with those 3 little stitch marks. That's how I identified it. And then I gave it a look over. If they have drawstrings, they'll usually have it on there. There's probably way more Lululemon out there than you think. Until I really started, I don't know. I find it a lot, obviously. Here's another REI Co-op Tech tee. So that was 2 thrift stores we just went through. Here is another thrift store. An Athleta Skort, new with tags, for $7.99. That's kind of a no-brainer. This is the Soho Skort. Probably somewhere, the prices really vary a lot on Athleta stuff, but I'd say at least 25, 30 bucks. Another one, this one's not new though. Like 20, 25 bucks. Here's a pretty good women's. Oh, so for the used one I paid $6.99. For the new one I paid $7.99. Title IX is another women's like kind of outdoor brand. These are only $3. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have picked them up. Like size small, just like basic leggings don't do that great usually. For like a lot of brands. Even for like Lululemon. You would have to find the style, and then maybe they'll do better. Just some Gymshark, like running shorts, $6. Probably like a $15, $16 item. Here's some Lulu. This was $5. Man, these thrift stores were slipping on the Lululemon today. Bam. This will probably do really well. Probably like $40. Well, it's kind of ruffled. Not really. If you find the ruffly ones that are like a plain black or plain white, those ones do the best. Here's an Athleta skirt. Oh no, this is running shorts. Athleta is good. However, I don't really pick up any Athleta tops, sweaters, tank tops. Usually that stuff sucks. Slow sell through. $6 for a Fox button up. It's kind of basic. $15, $18 item. They sell surprisingly well though. I don't know what's so great about Fox. A Ralph Lauren RLX polo. Usually get about 20 bucks on these. Excuse me, paid $7. If they have like a really cool pattern or something, you can get more. Patterns are like popular for golf stuff. Lululemon. Oh, I thought that was a spider. It was a piece of fuzz. Lululemon. This is a specific style that I cannot remember what this is called. Ladies, what is this called? It's strappy, but there's like a specific Lululemon style that is called. And on these ones, usually on the sports bra, the size will be somewhere inside of this little pad area. And this one has the pads, which is good too. Sometimes they have them ripped out. See, there's the style. Size 8. And then you just type that into Google Images. I think it's like 6 or 7 characters. This one's going to be L. Can you see that? L. They always start with L as well. LW2AJ5S. I'd probably stop there. And then type in Lululemon and Google Images after that, and then it will come up with what that's called. That was $5. Mountain Hardwear button up for $6. Some people say they don't have this stuff in their area. I don't think it's the area. I mean, I was in the hood for all these thrift stores. Because the Goodwills, I used to work at the Goodwill. Like the stuff that you're getting in your Goodwill is not necessarily from your area. There's, in back of each Goodwill, there's a huge warehouse, like way bigger than you would think, bigger than the store. And then all this shit gets packed, when you donate it, it gets packed into boxes and then shipped off on trucks all over the country. Cool. Cargo shorts. Kind of a funky color. I never seen cool in that color. Those are women's. But I bet you if I came to your town, I could find some good stuff. Patagonia. Capeline. Kind of a oh, is that a hoodie? Oh, nice. Nice. Probably get like 35 bucks for that then. Nice. And it's like a cowl neck as well. All good stuff. Nice. That was only $7. A lot of their Patagonia there was like 15 bucks. I almost pulled the trigger on a couple things, but having to do like thrift hauls and stuff makes me make better decisions because I have to show you what I got. And if I'm like paying $15 for a Patagonia shirt, then it's like, man, I don't really want to teach them to do that because it's not really a good thing. I've got some Anthropologie cargo pants. This one's just the one that says by Anthropologie. I think it's like their house brand or whatever. That should be fine, maybe like 20 bucks. Here's more cool. Whoop. And when you go to the Goodwill, leave all the hangers on the rack, and then when you're giving them your clothing, I do this at all the Goodwills, and they all know me and like me. I take them every individual item out, and then I place it with the tag up right in front of them, so we're like a little assembly line. And they really appreciate it. I get it a lot. They say, thank you so much, thank you. And then if the people like you, you know, I just think it makes life easier. Then they don't get as mad at you when you're running to the new rack, digging through it. I have a couple Goodwills where they just are such assholes. They don't like me at all. But I try to be good. Another pair of cool pants. These ones are men's, I believe. These are the Radical. Nice. These are like 45 bucks. Sweet. Here is a Patagonia shirt for $6. Patagonia button-ups are not that great. pair of Travis Matthew golf shorts for $6. I'm gonna try to do 60 items thrifted 4 days a week, so I can take a couple days off from thrifting. More Travis Matthew golf shorts. This took about 5.5, 6 hours. The trick with the bins is to just get in and out of there. If it's not good, ain't no use waiting around. Just go get some good stuff somewhere else. Just some Nike golf shorts, $6. Pretty good. Carhartt shorts. Men's 36. My waist has gone up 2 inches. I went from maybe almost 3 inches. I was a 33 last year. Now I'm like 36. Somebody in the comments, not somebody, everybody in the comments says that I look like Jack Black. And one lady yesterday said that I look like Jack Black and Jim Belushi. That's his name, right? Mixed together, which is not a compliment, but at least I found this great item right here. This is a tactical skirt. Tactical skirts, not skirt, sorry. Kilt, tactical kilt. These do very, very well. This one is the brand 511 Tactical. I would guess that I get 75 or $100 for this. I paid $13. Even no-name brand tactical cargo kilts will sell fast. And some brands are like really good. Yeah. Here's another one. Another good bolo for you. This brand is called Kokatat. They make like kayaking gear. A lot of times you'll find like a jacket that's like watertight around the waist and on the sleeves. That is very likely a kayaking jacket. This one is also using Gore-Tex fabric, which is good. People say that Gore-Tex Veros, so maybe don't put it in the title, maybe pop it in the photo. I've put it in the title a lot, even though I know I probably shouldn't. But these retail for like $400. Not very many sold comps. I would estimate at least $100, especially because of the Gore-Tex. Here is a brand new pair of Nike golf pants. They were $8. These ones have a raw hem, or unfinished hem is what that's called. Unfinished hem. So that the person can make them whatever length they want. They're taking them to a tailor. Yeah. Good find. So the inseam on it's going to be super long, which is going to be great in the title. And a pair of FootJoy golf pants. FootJoy golf pants are better than good. FootJoy polos are probably like the worst FootJoy item you can find. I still pick them up if they're reasonably priced, but their shorts and their pants, shorts and pants are just the best for like every brand. Shirts suck. Here's a new one, another new little bolo for you. Glad we got some bolos coming out here. I was watching a Kaylee Elaine video, Elaine, and she said, if you ever see an animal, look it up. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna look it up because these look kind of cheap, but they feel nice. The brand is called Tracksmith, and shoot, I think it was like 150% sell-through rate for Tracksmith shorts, and the prices were good. $30-$40 maybe. So yeah, look up animals. The only two YouTubers that I watch really are Kaylee Elaine and Thrift Life. I also watch that guy Lonnie. I like Lonnie. I don't really learn anything from Lonnie, but I like him and his little wife. They hang out in that shed. It's really cute. It's kind of feel-good content. This is Aloe Yoga. This brand I think is totally overrated. So overrated. But I still picked them up. Mostly, if these were plain, I might not have got them, but they have this like mesh panel here, which is kind of nice, I guess. They were $5. But yeah, I think that brand's so overrated. This brand is underrated though. REI Co-op. It's probably like one of my favorite things to find, especially women's. Their women's like pants are so good. What's so great about it is how easily you can look up the style. Is that top number right there. You just type that into Google Images. Whoop. Type in REI Co-op and then it will whoop, come up. Here's a good one for you. This is Ariat. Ariat Tech. That's like their line of kind of performance clothing. A lot of times you'll find men's polo shirts that say Ariat Tech. And it does really well. Pretty much all Ariat does really well. Ariat. And Fig scrub pants. That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. I mean, just go to the thrift store. There's probably some of these in the scrub section. If you're not finding this stuff, you're just not going out enough. $5. There's nurses everywhere. This stuff is from the bins. The bins was kind of a dud today, but check it out. I paid $19.88 for everything at the bins, and I found a $20 bill and a pair of pants. I was like digging, and this lady was next to me, and she was like elbowing me, and I was holding my ground, and then I see the $20 popping out of some pocket, and I go, "Look, I found $20." That was great. These I don't know about. Pretty much everything in here I don't know about. There's a couple brands of these like 90s, 80s, like, I don't know what you call them, hammer pants. They're made out of cotton, elastic waist. Whenever it's vintage and it has an elastic waist, you gotta pull on it and listen. Trust me, you're gonna save so much money doing this. If it has elastic waist, you pull on it. If it cracks, you don't buy it. But yeah, this company is called Genera. So, I couldn't find anything for it. Could be pretty bad, but those style of pants, there are brands that are really, really good. I think one's called like Pacific Coast Highway or something. I didn't even look at this. It's just a t-shirt that has a bunch of band names on it. So I was like, maybe $10. Here is a vintage fishing shirt from a not so great brand. Magellan. Not that good. But it had a fish print on it. I think that's a swordfish. Smells okay. When it has the fish print, I usually pick it up if I'm at the bins. I probably wouldn't pay like $6 for that at the regular thrift. Some soft surroundings pants. It's like a basic women's brand. Some of their stuff is good, some of it's not that good, but this was like $1, so I grabbed it. Yeah, so the bin stuff usually isn't that exciting, but the margins are really good on it still. I sell these pants for $18. I bought them for $1 or $2. It's like over $10 profit pretty easily. The Mountain, they make graphic print t-shirts. This one I don't know about. Some of them are really good. Maybe like with all the incels and stuff, fairies are cool now. I don't know. I'll look into it. That could be a really good one. Some of them are worth like $100. 99.9% aren't. This is a cool little find here. It's an Ella Bean, like lightweight kind of sweater shirt. It's mock neck. It's got a cool print on it. And it is vintage made in USA. This is the kind of stuff you'll find a lot of at the bins. You don't get that good, like all that crap I showed you earlier from the thrift store. You don't get a lot of that good stuff, but you get a lot of this good stuff. It's like older stuff. This, I don't know. At the bins, I've made a decision. I just throw it in the bag and I go. Because if I stand there for an hour scanning over everything, an hour in another thrift store will make me hundreds of dollars, whereas an hour standing there at the bins looking for a stain will save me like $3 maybe at the end of the day. So now I just throw it in the bag and I leave to go to the regular thrifts. I don't know what the hell this is. It looks like a freaking apron. But it's kind of like a dress with buckles on it, and it says Cosmic Rhythms. I don't know, dude. I don't know why I put that in the bag, but I did. Man, my neighbors are going nuts. Somebody slashed the tires on my neighbor's car. I hope they don't think it was me, because they know I don't like them. But Gant is a... If you find Gant polos with like patterns with the long sleeve ones, actually 6 months ago they had a really good sell-through. I don't know what it is now, but it's a decent Ben's brand for the polo shirts. The button-ups suck. Listen. You hear that? Let's see what we got here. I didn't look this up either. This just sounded familiar to me. Firestone Walker, like Hawaiian shirt. Oh, it's a brewing company. Brewing companies can be good sometimes. We'll see. Might be trash. All this stuff was free because I found that 20 bucks. I found a pillowcase, and inside the pillowcase was a bunch of vintage shirts. I don't know if this one's vintage, but it's a Survivor shirt with a bunch of holes in it. Oh! Here's a pair of Lululemon athletic shorts. That's pretty good. But the logo's worn off. That's a no-no. That means they've been washed a whole bunch of times. They'll still flip for a couple bucks. Just a Jimi Hendrix, like Raglan t-shirt. Can't go wrong with the band shirts from the Bens. This has a stain. This is a vintage Oneida tag. Vintage tank tops do terrible. I probably won't even list this. I don't know why I grabbed it. And it has a stain on it. Highlander is at a movie. My dad lives up the hill in Placerville, and he calls himself a Highlander. That's all I know about Highlanders. And he calls people down here Lowlanders. Here's another pair of those like hammer pants from this brand. I'm sure if I just keyword the hell out of these, they'll do fine. The brand is Genera. Yep, the bin stuff is not as exciting. Sorry. A Columbia t-shirt. Kind of like that one though. A pair of Lacoste like cargo swim trunks. Oh, you hear that? These are bad. Hold on. You hear that? You hear the cracking? I don't know if you can hear it, but that means they're trash. See, I should have done that before I bought them. Here is a vintage single stitch Planet Hollywood t-shirt. Probably not that good because it has stains and holes on it. It's got a really good fade on it though. This is what they call a good fade, the vintage kids. It used to be black and now it's like almost a charcoal gray. That's a cool graphic though. Can you tell me what that says? I can't read cursive. I can write in cursive, but I can't read it. Here's another vintage shirt with a bunch of stains on it. It's probably trash. Well, maybe this would count as a pattern. It's a Polo Ralph Lauren, a vintage made in USA t-shirt. Polo Ralph Lauren makes modern t-shirts that are single stitch, so it's really not a good indicator for Polo Ralph Lauren if it's vintage, but the made in USA is still a good indicator. This is not a great item though. This is another thing I just threw in the bag. EMS, Eastern Mountain Sports. This is probably not good, or I probably would have heard of it. These kind of reminded me of the Gramici climber shorts though. Throw them in there. This one's good, sorta. It's a vintage, pair of vintage OP corduroy shorts. These are not the made in USA ones though. Are these made in USA? They're made in Mexico. They'll still be, the USA ones are better, I'm sure, but these ones are stained on the booty. So hopefully that is not what I think it is. What I do with white stuff is I just save it up and I just bleach the hell out of it. Which is what I'm going to be doing with these. These vintage Crazy Shirts Hawaii shirts are also pretty good, especially if they have this cat. That cat is called the Kilbin cat. I guess the artist for this company is named something Kilbin. He makes these little cartoon cats, and the vintage ones do really, really well. Sometimes you'll find their sweatshirts. Yeah. I'm going to bleach the hell out of that too, because that was supposed to be white and it looks pretty yellow to me. This is another one that was in that vintage shirt pillowcase I found. It's just a shirt with some geckos on it. And poo-poo. I liked this one for myself, if I can get that off. And that is everything I found today. Thank you for watching.